Yeah. Oh boy. First of all, how are you?
I'm pretty well. I'm not drinking this Kool-Aid that everybody's really just sipping on with their little Kermit the Frog pinky up right now.
What do you mean you're not drinking the Kool-Aid?
We're gonna get into that. I've got some real, probably controversial thoughts on.
Oh boy, here we go.
You know what?
I'm thrilled. I'm happy. I can't wait for us to go to the Super Bowl.
It's so upsetting that this is how you feel, because I feel like I've felt like that way my entire life. And then after my dad passed away, I guess I took on his skepticism or something. He always told me, Zach, I should never have made you a Lions fan. I should never have put you through this.
No, it builds character.
I told my daughters the Lions won, and my youngest just goes,
yeah, we're a joke, but now we're like serious contenders.
Well, I mean, can you really consider us to be serious contenders when that was legitimately our first win in 11 months to the day? We have not won in 11 months before yesterday.
Yeah, but when you need the wins, you get them. You know, this was a must-need. This is a big win. We needed those wins to stay afloat.
To stay afloat, to just get the win, so Matt Patricia can be held on for another.
I think we're going to start build momentum, and we're going to become some serious contenders.
Well,
I'm a believer now. I was saying halfway through, cut Stafford. I want to keep Matt Patricia, keep Quinn for another 5 years.
You did text me that, and then I stopped drinking beer and went to hard liquor, because I was like, that must be what Jeff's drinking, and I want to feel exactly what he's feeling. Everyone out there, please follow Jeff at New York Jeffrey, me at Zach.Martina, and you'll notice we've got new graphics and stuff, and he is also going to be our first guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to have him. I always have a great time when
is he here?
I'm in Jeff and Trevor's company. Ladies and germs, it's Trevor Smith here.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
There he is. Yeah, we can hear you. You look great.
Oh, you look great too.
I'm sorry, I got a bulldog.
By the way, me saying you look great, that was a Jeff compliment. I was just talking to Jeff.
I know.
But go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, not for you, Zach.
Because you guys are both just incredibly jealous of my thick, full beard and my flowing mane.
Yeah.
We're jealous.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're here for one thing and one thing. Trevor, how do you feel about this huge win?
Oh, big win. Big win. I would have put I was putting all of my money on blocked field goal return for a touchdown, Arizona wins. And that didn't happen.
Oh.
You were calling Vegas in those final moments.
Yeah.
Like, this is where I'm going to make that money.
They're like, sir, there's 3 seconds left. They're going to kick a field. I'm like, no. Listen to me. They're going to block it. They're going to get a touchdown, and Arizona will win. I know how this ends. But it didn't. So
yeah, these aren't your same old Lions.
So you lost the next 10 months worth of rent because you just firmly believe. That's fine.
But still a strong Lions bet, I think.
Everybody in the city went against the Lions. I mean, all of the beat reporters, all of the analysts, they took us as double-digit losers this week.
Did they really?
Oh, yeah. They sure did. But as I was telling Jeff earlier, first win in 11 months, Trevor. It's been almost 1 full year since the Lions have won a game, and we just won this one.
Yeah. Wow. That's
how's that make you feel?
Well, yeah. Yeah. Even without the exact stat, I mean, that's how it feels, right? It feels like it's been 3 years since a Lions win.
Which is why with this big win, I'm feeling momentum, and I just smell a championship team.
Yeah, 14-2, right?
Yeah, we're doing 14-2.
We won yesterday, and it was Matt Patricia's 10th win. We won 26-23, and 14 of those points came on the foot of Matt Prater. So you tell me how we have convinced anyone that we're better than another. We're not a good team. That was not a good win.
Agree.
Okay. Oh, you're both going to say this. I think it was a huge win. Kenny Galladay is back.
Oh, no, it was a huge win. I just said that Zach was saying it was a good win. And I was like, it was a win. It's huge. But how they won it, I don't know.
What? I know exactly what's happening. You guys both grew up in Michigan. Home team guys, like you went to the Silver Dome and then you were around when Ford Field opened, and then you both moved. Jeff, you're now in New York. Trevor, you're now in LA. You don't know the dark cloud that still hangs over your homeland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but it's gonna change now. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on Kenny Galladay coming back?
Man, his money. He's so good. You could tell he was slowed down by his hamstring injury, and he was just plucking balls out of the air. They were apples at Spicer's Apple Orchard out there in South Lyon, Michigan.
Yeah. He looks good. He looked great. Hawkinson, another big threat, is starting to come alive.
Yep.
Getting a little Jesse James action. I mean, I'm just smelling a new team.
Well, they're all the same players.
But new
what does
attitude.
That smell like?
Smell, Jeff.
It smells
Describe
like
the smell like you're sticking your nose into like a wine glass and you're telling me about it. What does this Lions team smell like? What are the notes?
It's an earthy smell. It's earthy, because they're hard work and they get down in the dirt. There's hints of earth, and it's like an earthy irony blend, because they're steel guys, because car stuff.
No, that's Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's a different team.
Pittsburgh. You got a bottle from the wrong spot.
No, I think we're getting some of the Pittsburgh gets put in our cars, so there's a little hint of Pitts deep in our dirt earthy smell of victory. I mean, all around, every aspect of the ball. Jeff Okudah getting a pick.
That was nice.
Jeff Okudah, that's one of the few positives of the game when you say, I mean, it was Galladay's return. It was Hawkinson still playing well. And Okudah, I mean, did you see that pipe he laid down on DeAndre Hopkins? That was a big hit.
That was good. that was a big hit.
He also led our team in tackles for loss yesterday.
Did he really?
Tracy Walker led our team in tackles with 12. But then Jeff Okudah was tied for second with Jamie Collins with 6, but led the team with tackles for loss. I mean, there were some.
He was getting burned, but he made huge. He made plays when it counted. I
mean, we got the win. We can say that. I mean, he was exclusively on DeAndre Hopkins, and Hopkins got targeted 12 times. He had 10 catches for 137 yards.
Which that's not bad. When you're a rookie on DeAndre Hopkins and that's what you hold him to. I mean, the secondary all around seemed like it was back to life. 3 picks? When's the last time you saw 3 picks? Can either of you tell me?
I can't, but I can tell you that I don't feel like those were forced turnovers. Kyler Murray made bad decisions. We only had 1 sack. We had like barely any pressures on Kyler Murray yesterday.
Oh yeah, I'm in the cut flowers camp now.
He had 3 tackles. He had 3 tackles. $80 million, 3 tackles. He had 1 last week. What does that break down to? How many millions of dollars is he getting paid per tackle?
Trevor?
That's math.
Yeah, Trevor, would you mind?
Doing the math?
Yeah. We'll just wait for you to do the math.
Your second, Mike.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna do the math here.
We're gonna know if it's not the calculator because we can see the reflection in your glasses, and I really
let me just start scrolling Instagram.
It's not a calculator. I was just hoping to scroll through Instagram for a little bit, but anyway.
So, I mean,
it's a lot of money, is what you're saying. I don't know if that answer suffices. But.
I think that is a sufficient answer. I think it's too much money.
My version of a calculator was just texting someone the same question, but
it's always just.
I didn't know there was a calculator app. Whenever I need math done, I just text my friend that does it for me.
On that same app that you have.
Yeah.
They share the app with you. You're like, yeah, use that one. That's the one I want you to use. That always seems to get the answer.
You know, how Zach, how sometimes I text you, what is 3 + 4. You always get back very quickly, and I appreciate that.
Well, I do ask my youngest daughter.
Yeah. So it's a whole system we have. It's better than the calculator app, I think.
That's right. Brain power all across the board.
Are you guys you're just going through child minds just to get the math answers?
They are the future.
Yeah, they're probably the best.
I go through Zach. How he gets back to me, that's his thing.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you always want to stay a few degrees separated.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I don't care how you got the answer.
I had
the
no
child
idea
labor.
these answers were coming from a child. I had no idea.
And had I known, I would not have condoned it. I'll tell you that right now. I'd have blocked Zach's number. I'd have found a mathematician.
Dang, Trevor always keeps it clean. You can never touch the guy.
We were talking about Okuda. Good plays. There was a lot of positives. He also looked like he was in really bad shape.
Yeah.
Out of the game a couple times, once on a very key third down, and then the camera was just showing him gassed.
Was he gassed?
Oh, he was real gassed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to be in shape.
He said today, he goes, yeah, that's a high-octane offense, and I was just exhausted. Quite frankly, I just needed a break. Now, Okuda was on the field for 91% of the Lions' defensive snaps. I think it was like 59 of 65. Would be impressive. Maybe he does need a break, but does he really? Because who was it? It was Duron Harmon, Tracy Walker, and Amani Aruarie. They were all on the field for 100% of the snaps. So
yeah, they're out there. Yeah, you think this guy, he's the youngest one of the bunch. How are you getting gassed over these old men, huh?
That's right.
You know?
They've had way more concussions than you.
Yeah, he's this fresh young kid. He's getting tired. I mean, granted, he's probably just embarrassed about that ankle breaker that Kyler Murray pulled on him.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't even want to be in the field right now.
What was the general did you guys watch the game with anyone?
Just no, I by myself.
As Lions fans do.
Alone with my
just you in a dark room and a TV.
Yeah, it's good. Just sitting on a folding chair.
Yeah,
Just an empty room with a folding chair and
and a Stroh's.
Yeah.
Just like newspaper on the windows.
Yeah. The only light is what's illuminating from the screen. This 19 this 20-inch thing that's sitting on a stack of books. That's what I'm watching now.
I just thought they were going to lose the whole time. We just kept talking. We were never getting excited. We're like, they're going to blow it. There's no way. They can't do this. But every time that big play would happen, we would get very excited.
Let's talk about the play in the fourth quarter. We'll start with the offensive line. Jonah Jackson moved over to left tackle this week. Left guard. He had previously been playing right guard. So now our rookie third-round pick has shown that he can play both guard positions very well. Taylor Decker looked great at left tackle. Yet again, he had one false start penalty. And Frank Ragnow is leading that offensive line. He's playing the best. Now, we talk about our big free agent acquisition, Halaputi Vaitai. We brought him in to play tackle. So yesterday, he got his first start at right guard.
Yeah, what's he doing at guard?
They obviously saw something in Crosby or a lack thereof in Vaitai. Vaitai gave up 2 of our 4 sacks and that holding penalty that negated Marvin Hall's deep bomb in the fourth quarter that would have given us the go-ahead.
Oh, boy. Is this another Quinn whiff in O-line free agency?
He does it well in the draft. He does not do it well in free agency.
Mm-hmm. Because he did it with what's his face, the Baltimore guy. Yeah, Wagner stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Does it again with a backup, and we're supposed to be like, oh, this is a sneaky good play. Maybe he was just dumb.
I mean, he's another guy that everybody says we just straight overpaid for him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the O-line did look nice. I think Adrian Peterson was busting off some good runs there for a while until he got tired, I think, maybe.
Adrian Peterson, again, led our backfield. He had 22 carries for 75 yards. Solid day for a 35-year-old running back. He was on the field for 40 offensive snaps. Kerryon Johnson was on the field for 20 offensive snaps. He only got 3 rushes for 16 yards. The other 17 snaps, he was a blocker. And then DeAndre Swift didn't even register a carry, and he was only on the field for 6 snaps yesterday.
You got no carries out of Swift? You got that?
No carries
He caught a
out of
pass,
Swift.
though.
He caught 1 pass for 19 yards.
Right.
Yeah. So what's that tell you,
That
Trevor?
You know, I think it's there are like a lot more teams doing that sort of mixing up. You don't really know who they're going. Like the snap counts are so all over the place. Not just with the Lions, but I feel like with a lot of teams, but that have like multiple running backs. I don't know what to make of it because it could change next week, right? It hasn't been consistent all season.
That's very true. Here's the snap count by week. Week 1, Adrian Peterson was out there for 31%, Kerryon Johnson for 25%, and DeAndre Swift was out there for 44%. Week 2, Peterson was only out there for 25%, Johnson out there for 32%, and Swift for 34%. And then last week, 60% for Peterson, 30% for Johnson, and 9% for Swift. So that's nail on the head, Trevor. Nail on the head. We don't know what's going to happen.
You don't really know. Like I don't get if they're still figuring out how to use them or something, or maybe it's some tactic of not showing like who they're using because they all are slightly different. I have no idea the rationale of what they're feeling out with them, or if they're just trying to manage workloads. You know, I guess like I have no idea because you said Peterson was down last week, but then had more.
Peterson was down and then substantially up this week. That's the most snap percentage that any running back's had this season so far.
Sounds like they're starting to lean Peterson.
I mean, why wouldn't you? He's the only one getting it done.
It's true.
They should be throwing the ball to Swift a little bit more often, though. I do agree with that.
Yeah, I would like to see Swift do some more pass catching. Carry on. I don't think he's done yet. I think he's got a little bit late. I think he's fine. Should have used them more in the second half. Yeah, I think he busted off a good 5 or 6 yarder here and there.
Let's see. I can tell you what his long was. His long was 9 yards.
I mean, I'll take 9 yards every time if you can give it to me.
Sure. Now, on the flip side, we gave up more than 109 yards again. We gave up more than 100 yards again. Usually it's about 230. So this was only 109. That's an improvement.
That's actually an improvement with how bad our D-line is because Trey Flowers is a waste of money.
Mm-hmm. And space.
Mm-hmm. I'll say it.
On that line.
Yeah, but it looked like Hand is back to form.
He played well.
We needed Hand, you know. We needed a Hand. Huh? How are we doing? All right.
Jelani Tavai played 89 snaps.
Thanks, Trevor.
I didn't like it. I wanted to move on.
You didn't like it at all.
Please put in the comments whether or not you like that as well.
Yeah,
toss that in the comments.
Did you like Jeff's comment?
Yes, up there. We'll give it a thumbs up to that comment or not. Are you Team Jeff or Team Zach?
Jeff's arm is over his head like he doesn't have shoulders.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
You should stick your head down a little bit.
Put your head right into the mic.
I like to think that someone was like scrolling through the YouTube, like it was like, I don't know if I want, and they get to just this point where Jeff's doing that thing with his arms. They're like, I don't think this show is for me.
No, I think they get to the part where I make the joke, and then they vote on if they liked it, and then they see my part right after. So they do a little twofer.
I'm going to be honest. I am excited about these votes, whether or not they like the we needed a hand.
Oh yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think a solid.
You got one
Lions.
vote for me verbally, so Zach.
Yeah, I'll take that.
That doesn't count. That doesn't
Zach
count. You gotta go. You gotta go and click the up vote. I will be clicking the down vote on this episode.
Yeah, get in there and let people know in the comments what you thought of my fun hand comment. Check out DetroitLions.com.
Send them to the actual website.
Don't forget to check out DetroitLions.com.
For all of your roster news, announcements, press releases, the official store, go to DetroitLions.com.
Where you can see their hashtags, where you can find them on social media. It's all there at
DetroitLions.com. Wallpapers, I think. Do they still do that?
I think you get like a phone background.
Are still there.
It's all there at DetroitLions.com. Okay, Zach, what are we talking about? Tavai? What's he doing?
He's doing. I don't know if you caught it on third down. This is the new. Look at this is as far as I can get. I can't.
That's
You
pretty
can't
good.
even see my fingers.
That looks the same to me,
Yeah.
right?
Tavai is the starting linebacker.
You don't look
in the
comfortable.
middle.
It looks the same.
Yeah, it just comes so effortlessly to Jeff.
I love it.
Rubbing it, and then he goes right back to it.
Uh-huh.
Tavai is the starting linebacker and in the middle because Davis, for the first time in his career, did not start the game yesterday, and he only played 15 snaps.
They're pulling
done.
Davis?
They are done with Davis, it would appear. 15 snaps and want no part of it.
Oh, wow, I guess I didn't notice that. I didn't know they're done with him. Wow, that's huge news.
Did you ever really notice him when he was on the field? He was never really that good.
Which is why I assumed he was out there. I was like, well, I don't hear his name. He's probably out there.
I like that one.
There we go. Hey,
That's a good clip right there.
Yeah, put that in the comments. Let people. What do you guys think of that little joke? Let us go through this entire. Yeah.
A good social media clip showcases Jeff's wit.
Yeah. Put that. Clip that and put that in the comments.
And I'm going to send it, and we're going to put it in social media, and it'll give the illusion that it's been a very supportive episode.
Yes,
Thank you all for voting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget to vote come November. But yeah, I mean, Davis, it looks like we're done. Like the experiment is over with. You know, you couldn't do much besides rush the passer and whiff, and that's why it's time for the Hawaiian. He doesn't have a nickname.
July.
Yeah, he needs a nickname.
I like to call him. I forgot. My daughters and I had a nickname for him, but I can't remember.
Did you really actually have one, or you were just trying to make one up?
For him because we loved his hair. We love that. We love flowing locks from beneath. He's got a real Troy Polamalu vibe.
Okay. You just like guys with long hair, huh?
I do. They're the inspiration.
Well, of course.
Now, we did get 3 interceptions yesterday, and we did not turn the ball over once. We got 3 picks, the one from Collins and the one from Okudah. I think they were bad reads on Murray's part, but our guys made plays. Harmon's, he's been playing very well, but that was a tip, and he got lucky that ball was tipped. What I'm trying to say is,
but that's what Harmon's supposed to do.
Yeah, he's roaming in the backfield, or the defensive backfield there. You're right.
You know, you got to make this plays, and he's doing his job. Next man up.
He's been very good.
The best.
Collins and Harmon's were very good pickups, I think. Collins is undisputedly the leader of that defense.
I think Collins is
doing
good.
his job on the back end. I dig both those guys very much. But we had the 3 picks, and we won 26-23. We were 2 of 6 in the red zone, and 14 of our points came off the leg of Matt Prater.
See,
I want to know why you guys are excited about this win.
I mean, I don't like all the points coming from the kicking. I would prefer touchdown passes.
I say double down. As soon as you get in field goal range, just first and 10, have Prater kick it.
You thinking always kick?
Money in the bank is better than just potential.
Nothing but kicks.
Nothing but kicks.
Boy, I think it was a solid. Good. I think it honestly was a decent win. Sure, we could have used some more touchdowns.
Yeah.
But what was the ball possession, Zach? Could you give me the stats on?
Let you know. We were.
Let me know what the ball possession is.
We were 2 of 6 in the red zone. They were 3 of 3. The possession was, we had the ball for 32 minutes and 50 seconds. They had the ball for 27 minutes and 10 seconds.
I mean, that's I love ball possession. I'm a possession coach.
Interesting, though. We had the ball 5 more minutes, and they ran 1 more play than us, 63-62. We had the ball for 5 more minutes, and they ran 1 more play. That's crazy.
So we were going really slow and methodically.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the one thing you want to do when you're playing Kyler Murray. You want to slow him down. I mean, is that not a solid defensive plan?
Yeah, but I think they still ran the ball so much. Like, they ran a lot of plays. They ran them real quick.
I know, and even when we were trying to slow them down. So can you imagine what would happen if we didn't do that? You know what I'm saying? They would have gotten way more plays off. So I think, you could say something nice about Patricia and his defensive.
I won't.
Come on, say something nice about him.
I won't say that. I won't say something nice about Matt Patricia other than in week 1, his gator. I hadn't seen one like that. I was like, oh, that's a nice looking gator. I'll say that. It was a nice looking gator.
I don't know. This seemed like this was a good defensive mindset going into this game, and it worked out in a win. And I think you need to
I think we got lucky.
say something nice to him.
I think the Cardinals were coming in 2-0, and they were just like, hey, it's the Detroit Lions. They are trash. We need to start looking forward to our next game. So I think that they were preparing the whole way through for I don't know who they have next because I don't live in Arizona and I'm not a fan of their team. Okay, but I think they were looking toward that game.
The next game.
Really, you won't give anything nice to say about Matt Patricia and his great, slow him down, time of possession, grinded out football.
Do you want to say something nice about Matt Patricia, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff.
I think, of course.
Or are you just trying to feed Zach?
No, Zach refuses, and you got to say something nice. I think he came in with a good defensive mind this past game, and I don't 100% think he's a rapist. So those are two nice things that you can say about Matt Patricia.
Those charges were dropped. There was a settlement.
I just want to remind you the charges were dropped.
Charges were dropped. Those files were sealed, and it was a spring break 25 years ago, and it was a different time. That's what they're saying about Patricia's whole allegedly.
Yeah, see, innocent until proven guilty, justice system. He came in with a good defensive mind. He slowed him down. Ball possession.
You say that, and they slowed him down. But you know what? When these allegations toward Patricia came out, no one can find the name of this woman. I think he offed her. I think he's guilty of more than what he was accused of. I think he maybe murder.
I like to think that she killed him, and now she's wearing like a Matt Patricia suit, and she's our coach.
So it's like Ace Ventura, Lois Einhorn, Ray Finkel.
That would be justice and cool. Yeah, like that.
Finkel is Einhorn situation. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Oh yeah, like classic Ace Ventura.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, before we move on to what we think of in the New Orleans Saints game, Jeff, there's one thing that I know you love. You've been talking about it. The first 2 of this, we should definitely talk about it again. I believe he is your Lion, Jack Fox.
Oh yeah.
Punter.
Yeah, the good punts, solid. The hang time, I was never worried about a single punt. Remember when Sam Martin would kick and his punts were really good, but every once in a while he would choke and whiff it in crucial moments? I don't have that feeling with this guy. He punts the ball. I'm like, they're going to get to him. He's going to pin him. I'm so relaxed with our punting now. And, it's just something I never thought I would be saying, but here I am, wild year.
No, I mean, when you're a bad team, punting is very important.
That's what we were saying. We remember Sam Martin. You remember John Jett. We know most teams don't know. Most teams can't name back 4 or 5 punters, but we can.
Yeah.
We
so much of the strategy comes by like, well, at least I'm going to get a good kick here.
And he kicked the ball off the tee. Like he had it instead of up like this, he had it sideways like this, and he spun it to end the first half. He's got tricks up his sleeve. He's got a bag of tricks. He's averaging 53 yards. He's averaging 53 yards. His long is 67. And when returners get a hold of his punts, they've only netted 6 return yards, which I think is pretty wild. And then the coolest thing that I think happened yesterday was in the fourth quarter on that final drive, he had a Madden-esque punt. Coffin corner, pinned him inside the 5. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Huge kick. So what does that lead us? What do we think? Can I just move on to next week's game?
I think you should move on to next week's game.
What do you guys think? We're playing the Saints. Did you watch the Sunday night game?
I did.
Saints look good. Drew Brees put up 30 points.
Without Michael Thomas.
Yeah, without Michael Thomas against a Green Bay defense that handled us pretty well, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, do we think a murder, or do you think this is a new Lions team and everybody's just focused and we're just going to steamroll to the playoffs? Boys, what are your hot takes and thoughts?
Trevor, what do you think?
Well, I think you're right. New Orleans is a good team. Kamara is very scary because, especially in the absence of Michael Thomas catching the ball more, than he did, at least on Sunday. And that's just a scary threat. Always, there. Even if I imagine that we'll play okay against them. I feel like we always end up playing to the competition, even when we were at our worst. We always, we never were getting blown out.
True.
Even in 0-16, never blowouts. It's always like hanging on to the fourth quarter. We could, so I have to imagine they'll play with them, despite them being a very good team, and probably somehow lose it in a way that you're like, I can't believe that's how we lost to New Orleans.
First of all, I think the way you put it, we always play to our competition. You're absolutely right. I feel like that's how all Detroit teams play. We play to the competition and then just figure out how to, blow it. I think next week's loss is going to hurt. And I'm calling it a loss right now because I do believe Michael Thomas is going to come back. And if you have to double cover Michael Thomas and then Kamara's there, he can torch us. And it really looked last night like Drew Brees all of a sudden trusts Emmanuel Sanders. I think we're just, especially if Trufant and Coleman don't come back, I think we're going to get just slaughtered.
Well, back to what Jeff was saying about the game plan. You get that same defensive game plan. You got to time possession. You got to keep Brees off the field. Because they probably are going to drive down quick and score and stuff. So to alleviate how many times they get to do that.
That's right. If we can grind them out and slow this game down, hold on to the ball, keep that score
punting,
low. Yeah, keep punting along, make them go a long way. I think we can squeak out another win, and I think we're gonna.
I think it's possible. I wouldn't be surprised if they won, but I also
wouldn't be surprised if we beat the Saints. You wouldn't be surprised.
No, I would be more surprised.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised. Cut this all out. Let me restart.
No.
No, I wouldn't, because that's the Lions thing to do. Is the game that you're like, oh my god, the Saints, they're putting up somebody they see months, and then to win. It'll either be they win or they lose in a way that's not just the Saints blowing us out. It'll be like the entire Saints team gets hurt on the same play, and a team of cardboard cutouts that are filled in for the Saints lineup somehow scores 30 on us. It'll be something like that, or we win.
And Jeff, you also think we can, as you put it, squeak out a win?
I think we're going to squeak out another one. And I don't think this is your random same old Lions are going to blow out a great team and then just lose and be crappy. I think this win against Arizona was crucial, and it's going to motivate the team in just you wait. It's going to elevate us, and we're going to start looking like the 10-6. I think we are.
I think that loss to the Packers last night is going to motivate the Saints to come in and just put some boot in NFC North butt. I think we are going to get just hurt.
Or they're looking to next week already. Maybe they're like, we don't need to worry about these Lions. They
could
just
be looking
one out against Arizona.
Could be looking
if the Lions can get every single team to look past them, we have a shot.
And that may be the move.
At the end of the season, we do end up 10-6, and everyone we lost or everyone we beat, we're like, how did you lose to the Lions? And it's honestly, we looked at it like we had 2 bye weeks.
Yeah, we were looking ahead.
We just looked a week ahead.
Yeah, and then we just grind it out, time of possession, and just march our way into the playoffs. I'm looking at Stafford look good. We look clean, and I think we're going to give Brees a run for his money. He's going to be man, all teams matter.
That's
because he said all lives matter. He's man, Lions do matter.
Well,
I do 100% put all on that Drew Brees will somehow get a public statement wrong again in that vein. So, yeah, I believe that as well. He'll say something that he thinks is meaningful, and then be like, whoa, it's just going to blow up in his face.
That's why we got to beat him,
That's why we got to beat him.
Yeah, I think we'll beat him with our politics.
Because he can't read the room, and he says things that, make him look dumb.
That's right. Didn't Stafford kneel for the anthem?
I didn't see, but I wouldn't be surprised after that essay he wrote. That essay he wrote was very poignant.
Yeah, and I think he knelt too.
Yeah.
Dang, he's so cool.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
wanted to
that,
cut him.
the tale of two quarterbacks. One that, one
Yeah.
like Stafford that kneels and is with everyone, and one like Breeze who is tone deaf. And
Yeah. This is actually a very political game.
yeah.
This is.
And that's why,
this is going to be. This is actually not being televised on Fox. It's being televised on CNBC, and it's just it's real political.
Yeah. Whoever wins, gets the president.
Is the president
gets to be president or gets
the president.
Fates be damned.
They get him.
The quarterback of the New Orleans Saints or the Detroit Lions will lead the free world based on this Sunday's game.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
See, that brings a whole, and I mean this, that brings a whole new context to this game.
Yeah, this game is like, this should be America's game of the week, because this game's saying something. Yeah, I think
the Cardinals game was game of the week too. What a great.
Did they just say that?
To freeze. Look at that face.
Did he freeze, or is this a bit he's doing?
I really hope it's a bit, but I think he's.
Jeff, is this a bit? Oh, he does look frozen.
Is this a moment of silence for?
That's what I think the line should be on. Is nothing but America's games of the week.
Now he sounds like he's coming from the upside down.
No.
Jeff, are you there? Oh, I heard a car horn. All right. Well, we've hit our time, and I think it's been great for conversation. We got into some politics. Everybody go follow Trevor. He's Hey Trevor Smith on Instagram. He did our artwork. He's done so many fantastic pieces that I have displayed in my own home. He's done all my album work. Trevor is the absolute best, and he's a Lions fan, and he thinks that he won't be surprised if we win next week. Trevor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
First guest ever on a Zoomcast that gets, maybe 300 views, maybe substantially less after this week.
Cool. Yeah.
So, well, go Lions. And on behalf of Jeff Scheen, on behalf of New York Jeffrey, frozen up there in the
what if it was a bit, though? What if he was just really good at this the whole time?
Well, now's the time to come out of it, right?
Right. Yeah. Even Jeff would know that.
If it were a bit and he didn't come out of it, he'd be like Drew Brees not reading the room. It's like, get the punchline out. And now Trevor's doing the bit.
I was trying to also look pro. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do the bit. But, man, he's good if he is doing it. Oh. Are you for?
It's just a bit.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye.